Okay, this is our makeup tutorial. This is me without any makeup on. I know that some of you haven't done team makeup before, and this is just something that's gonna make you look a little bit more defined, especially at like football and basketball when the lighting is that of like a recital where the lighting's just like so this is just going to show you guys how to first put on your base, so our foundation, and kind of give us some definition, and then the second part of the video will be our eyes, cheeks, and lips. So this will be the first part, foundation. Okay, let's get started. I use a concealer. I make triangles under my eyes and I pull them up towards my temple. And your fingers work best for this. So triangles under your eyes instead of half moons. Do the bridge of your nose, around my lips. Blend it in with my fingers. And then I use a bronzing stick. It's a few shades darker than my skin. And I outline my forehead, and I start from above my ear and pull halfway down my cheek. Then I do my chin to define my jaw, get a little bit on my fingers, do the sides of my nose, and 2 on my neck. Also 2 little dabs on my eyes. Use a flat brush, and I start with the lightest part first, and I blend it all out. Try to only blend it where you put it, because if you pull it, it'll look funny. Same with the contrast, just smooth it out. And the jawline I pull down to my neck. I blend it down to my neck. Same with my forehead, I blend it back to my hair so I don't have this wonky line. Then I use my fingers and the heat of my hands to just smooth everything out. I dab on some of my foundation just with my fingers. You don't need very much because you already have foundation on. And again, I use my brush that I drop and I use small circular motions. I blend it back to my hair and to my ear, as well as on my neck. Neck is super important because then you don't have that weird line. Same thing, blend it to your hair. And then I use my hands to smooth it out again. This is my bronzing powder, and I just go over the parts that I contrasted with the darker shade of foundation. So my cheekbones, my temples, my forehead, my jaw, and my neck. And I go over my bridge. Boop. I use a tone correcting powder. I use the yellow powder. It seems to make me not look so ghostly. And I do it on top of the parts that I highlighted with the light concealer. Then I use an angled brush and I just blend everything together with small circular motions. Step 2, blush. You can use whatever goes best with your skin. That's what works best with mine. Swirl and tap. Right above where you did your contour, you're just gonna use upward strokes and then hit the apples of your cheeks. Again, upward strokes, don't go down. And the apple of your cheek. And I dot the top of my forehead just to give me some color. Then I use a bronzing powder. And I hit all of the places that I used my darker shade. So anywhere that the sun would catch my face. On the sides of my nose, my neck, my temples. You don't need much. Eyeshadow. 2 colors, a light and a dark. I start with the light and I use a big sweepy brush and I just sweep it on the entire part of my eyelid, including the inner corner of my eye. then repeat for the other side. Hitting that inner corner, give a little pop of color. Don't do it on the underside, on the outer corners. Now I use a darker, and I use a little more controlled brush. It's got shorter bristles, and I make a V up to my crease, and then I sweep it along my crease line, connecting to that first point. Fix it if it's too much. Do it on the other side. So I'll line up and sweep it into the crease and connect to that point. Make sure they're even. Then I use an eyebrow pencil, and I don't line the outer part of my bottom, I line the inner part. And I only follow where my lashes are. I don't go all the way in. If you go all the way in, it closes off your eye. It makes it look smaller. Then I use a liquid pencil. It's got a pointed tip on it. It's really easy. Again, I start where my lashes are and I sweep it out. I don't go all the way inside my eye because, again, I don't want to make my eye look any smaller. And do it on the other side. Making sure not to close off your eye. Let it dry. Best friend eyelash curler. I grab mine and then I pull it up. It gives a little bit of a boost to your curl. Be gentle, but just lift it up. Mascara, this one's my favorite. It's Drama by Clinique. And make sure when you're applying your mascara, you wiggle the brush back and forth to separate the lashes so you get even coverage and you get every single lash covered. And I don't line my bottom lashes because it makes your eye look smaller. And that's it. Okay, so now you girls know how I want your makeup for games and for performances and maybe even Fossil Fridays. We can look fabulous Fossil Fridays. Yeah. Can't wait to see everybody. Bye!